This is very important. You can read the news article right before you. We are about to see 3 incredible moons in 3 consecutive months. And I don't know if you guys are aware of that. That has been going on with the moon for a while. Even last year, the moon did a lot of things that we haven't seen done in a long time. Now, people have to understand, and I try to teach this as much as possible. Have you ever gotten your solar return? Have you ever gotten your lunar return? Have you ever gotten your moon reading? All this is important, and all of it's different, and all of it's going to tell you different things going on in your life. When I first started doing my moon readings, there's a gentleman known as Donnell, and I did a moon reading for him. That's one of the first ones I ever did. And I told him immediately, I said, you got a third person in your life other than your wife. I could see it. He's like, you're right, I do. So anybody that really listens to channels like this one and really pays attention, we all have soul families, we all have soul tribes. You could also see some of your family that has moved on to another world. They'll also talk, they'll also show up. All this is documented and proven. That's why everything I do is 100% transparent. So he admitted, that was going on. And I haven't talked to him in a long time, so I don't know what's going on with his life or anything like that. But I know at that particular time, that was the situation. And that was a soulmate that he was getting along with quite well, but he was having trouble with his twin flame. And these things happen. So this channel is designed to put people back in tune with what was taken away from them when we were overthrown, when our ancestors were overthrown. And they gave us a new system that I just call a matrix system. Almost everything you hear is a lie, and they call it history. That's why when you read your Bible, they immediately connect the baby Jesus to a star. Because the moment you break off that connection, or you do bubblegum astrology or do some stuff, you're actually hurting yourself. And you're actually going to be damaging not only your life here in this life, but your future lives. Because you have to be in sync with the universe. Just like when you look up in space. For the most part, everything stays in rhythm. You got to be in sync with the universe. And that's how you have the true understandings of who you are, why you're here, where you come from. And the only reason why things don't really move in space like they used to, because you got people up there manipulating. Because this current leadership thinks they can do anything, but they're about to be humbled. That's why you're seeing so many world changes, so many people going to jail, so many people getting exposed. You have entered the beginning of the shift. So once again, I strongly urge people to get away from bubblegum astrology, do it the correct way, tap back into who you really are and your connection with the universe, because that's really what the Messiah was all about. The Messiah was showing you what you need to do. That's why he said, greater works than me you're going to do. But you ain't going to do them if you're half-stepping, doing it your way, and you're obsessed with stuff that's going to come and go, and not obsessed with stuff that's going to be here for eternity. This world is limited. 70 years ain't shit. 80 years ain't shit. You're talking about eternity. So you don't want to get caught up in the matrix. You want to know who you really are. Tap back in and get the real power from the universe. Get your readings now. Moon readings, sun readings, lunar readings, lunar returns, solar returns, daily updates, weekly updates. I have a female for 2 years in a row. She's done the whole year based on the new moon and a full moon each month. And she is alive because of that, because she had a lot of possible violence around her and still does. And that's just one of many, many things were brought out through these readings They're designed from the universe for your benefit. It's up to you to take advantage of it and not make the mistake of doing it the wrong way. The Bible gives you examples of people who fell into bubblegum type astrology. One was Achan. He got the order from the universe that when you go and overthrow this people, everything gets destroyed. And the reason why they did that was because the people had engaged in all this evil stuff and all this stuff. And that's spirit, that's energy. So in order to get rid of it, that was the order given. Achan thought that was a stupid order. He said, I'm not destroying this gold. I'm going to hide it and steal it. And I'll be okay. So when you be reading the news, like a lot of times in Yahoo News, you hear about a lot of people dying or whatever, being wiped out and all kind of crazy stuff. That's because of spirits. And that's what happened to Achan. Because Achan didn't listen, he and his entire family, that includes cousins, the whole name was wiped out. Another one was Gehazi, another example of somebody trying to steal from God. Bubblegum. The prophet had healed this Syrian leader, a Syrian leader, and the Syrian leader said, okay, I'm going to give you riches. I'm going to give you great clothing. I'm going to give it. And the prophet said, no, I won't take it. So Gehazi said, wait a minute. Look at this. See, it's bubblegum. You want it right now. You don't want to go through the walk. You don't want to walk with God. You don't want to walk with the universe. You just want it right now. So Gehazi ran up on that man, that great Assyrian leader, and said, hey, listen, Elisha sent me to tell you he changed his mind. We'll take that. Whatever you were going to give him, you can give it to me. I'll make sure he gets it. Once again, as soon as he got back to the camp, he was already exposed, universally exposed, and he was struck with leprosy for the rest of his life. Now, once you become a leper back in those days, you're immediately kicked outside of the camp. So you can't even be around. And when people see you, you have to say, I have leprosy. You have to yell it out so people don't come around you. So you didn't get to keep the riches. You didn't get to, so like I said, people are so obsessed with 70 to 90 years of life. And most people aren't even living that now. But they're actually messing up their eternity. You're in a matrix. You want to know why you're here. What's the purpose? All this is on astrology. All in your purpose. And you start to bring your life into it. And you don't want to get so caught up on this world that you never get caught up on why you're really here. Because that's why the Bible tells you. They define that as Satan. RFG Chosen One calls it Saturn. But that's real. There's a female out here now, one of the biggest YouTube channels out in YouTube. You watched her build up her brand from nothing, from the bottom floor. She went disappearing for like 4 months. And then when she came back, she told you what had happened. Very sad what happened. But at the same time, that's a tale of somebody who has some type of imbalance going on in emotions that you got to focus on. You might need a medication. It may be something that helps you avoid. Because once you get there, and that's what happened to her. Once she got back to anxiety, and they knew she had a problem with that, then came the police, then came the hospital, then came the mental wards, and everybody's talking to her like she's garbage. When in actuality, she's one of the best known celebrities that's out right now. But nobody gave a damn. This is not a joke. Now, if she had readings, I could have helped her the same way I helped that other woman from getting shot or beat down. If you're looking at the channel, we've been talking about that. I'm very careful the words I use. But she's not the only woman I've helped. I've helped tons and tons and tons and tons of people. Do it the way the universe has given it to you. The way our ancestors did it. Be blessed.